Usually just plant here, 3 inches deep.
Simeon Nuya enjoys coming to this garden in the middle of bustling Montreal.
That's how we usually do it.
He gets to touch the earth and find community, which is important to him since he's been living in a shelter off and on for 15 years.
It's not that easy. It's hard. You have to find your resources. You have to find where you could sleep, where you could hang out during the day.
Nunya, who arrived from Nunavik 29 years ago, is now part of a collective that supports the homeless population in the city.
We started an outreach program, harm reduction. So we hand out like crack pipes, crystal meth pipes and stuff, because a lot of people are addicted to their drugs. So we want to make sure that they don't get diseases.
And although these services help, Nunya said more resources are continuously needed.
Where I'm staying now, it's like in the same building as the water shelter. And I think like we need bigger space so that we can have more people in there, because there's like a lineup for to get into that program.
A report by the Montreal Indigenous Community Network highlights many of the ongoing gaps that affect the urban Indigenous population.
I didn't realize the pictures Katya used for this. They look really nice.
Leilani Shaw, the executive director of the network, said the report provides a comprehensive portrait of the needs observed by frontline workers over the last few years.
It is really important to continuously put pressure on these systems, but also to remind the current systems and structures that are in place that they are not doing enough and they are not adapted to our community and what we need in order to thrive.
Shaw hopes the report becomes a resource for organizations and governments moving forward.
People end up homeless for multiple different reasons, whether they are coming to Montreal to receive different services like healthcare, education, mental health services, and more. And through no fault of their own or for many different reasons, they can end up trapped here.
According to the report, Indigenous peoples make up about 12% of Montreal's visible homeless population, despite comprising only 0.6% of the city's total residents.
So this is where the apartments are going to be.
Stacy Boucher-Anthony is the executive director of Indigenous Project Quebec.
We rent it out for 5 years.
An organization offering, among other services, a wet shelter in downtown Montreal.
There's currently 14 bedrooms in there and shared spaces.
She said that overrepresentation of Indigenous people experiencing homelessness in the city is not new, nor is the constant struggle organizations face for funding.
La prévention, là, c'est ce qui est payant. Puis la prévention, c'est sûr qu'on ne voit pas les résultats dans l'immédiat. Ça prend des années, des générations. Mais c'est ce qui est payant comme société de miser sur la prévention. C'est de s'assurer que les familles aient assez de support pour pouvoir bien vivre. C'est de s'assurer que les enfants soient supportés.
Nuya struggles with alcoholism. The services he needs most are those that help his recovery.
I'm still in the process of healing myself, but it took a long time for me to get to this point. Going to the elders and seeing, that helped me out a lot.
Nuya hopes to leave a life of addiction behind, but needs the help from initiatives such as addiction counseling from an Indigenous perspective that currently are in need of more funding. Maricela Amador, APTN National News, Montreal.